Hey, welcome to X3, One Topic, Three Pundits. I'm your host, John C. Dvorak. I'm here with Andrew Eisner and Joe Engo, and we're here to discuss Larry Page's 100 days at Google. He's taken over the place, as you know, as the CEO, and we want to evaluate how he's done.
Well, first thing he did was a reorg, right?
Well, I think it was a little early to do
the three envelopes, yeah.
Yeah, the reorg.
Yeah.
And I think then he went around.
Then he bought Motorola.
Well, no, before that, he went around with every employee and he had a blue pill and a red pill, and he offered them one of the two. And then he went and bought Motorola.
Yeah, that's right. And
still kind of baffled about the Motorola decision.
Yeah,
I don't know why they would do that.
Patents.
Well, yeah, but
I know everybody poo-poos this. In fact, I wrote a positive column about it in PC Magazine. You can look it up, or was it Market Watch? One of the two. Anyway, they and I noticed most people were very negative about it. Oh, this is just a waste of money, and what are they going to do with Motorola? And they don't need these patents, even though they do badly, because their manufacturers of the Android phones are getting killed by the patent holders of the other patent holders. But anyway, so what do you think?
Well, I think, what's interesting too about that patent thing is that a lot of the companies are going back to the early patent holders. But so when you look at the HP acquisition of Palm, Palm was one of the earlier players in the handheld devices. So they probably have a lot of those original patents that are probably as ridiculous as the current ones, but say rely to like patent on any device you hold in your hand. But Motorola, same thing. And
Motorola owns the original patent for the original cell phone, which can't really be applied today, but.
No, but they're probably the follow-up patents that came up after.
I think it's totally ridiculous. You're going to sue me? I'm going to sue you. I mean, you can't sue me. You can't fire me.
Well, that's the idea. That's the reason you have all these patents. So the deal's done. And once you have the patents, then everyone's do what you want.
That's right.
But you can use our patents. We can use your patents.
That's
and some third party sneaks in, and then they have to get in on it. So the whole thing's a huge scam.
And the other thing too about Larry Page is that I've heard is that Eric Schmidt was very enterprise focused, and coming from his background in Novell and Sun, and Larry now is totally obsessed with social media and Facebook.
Really? Then why did they close the labs?
Well,
they closed the Google Labs.
I know. I think that was pretty silly too.
Yeah, I still don't get that decision. That was such a bad idea.
So Page has got his tit in the ringer for the one thing that happened since, which is they're getting busted for promoting these phony baloney pharmacies that just rip people off, or sell counterfeit drugs or whatever.
I just want to see him in front of the Senate committee. I don't recall.
I don't remember. I just got here. It was Eric Schmidt. Schmidt did it. What's he going to say? So now there's evidence cropping up that Page knew all along. You seen those articles?
Next thing we'll see.
So what's going to happen?
Page resigns. Scandal. Pharmacy scandal.
I don't know. I actually think it's a mountain out of a molehill, this pharmacy thing. I mean, the fact of the matter is most of the pharmacy crap comes through your email. Yeah. Somebody you know or don't know says hi, and it says you ought to check this out on the. I read this in the spam box, by the way. I don't get spam, but I go through the spam box every once in a while. And it's got a link, and the link either gives you a Trojan horse or links you to a pharmacy, one of the two. It's like a gamble.
Some of them do both.
So I usually only click on these things off of a Macintosh, and usually somebody else's. I'll go check all this whole stuff up, and I'll click and see what happens. Oh, jeez. And I leave. So if you're going to experiment with this stuff, I always recommend just going to somebody else's machine and then stepping away. Anyway, so okay, well, we'll keep an eye on Larry. See how he does. You've been watching X3.